For decades, Iran and Israel have been enemies in the shadows, or their conflict has mostly played out through intelligence operations, cyber attacks, proxy militias, and indirect strikes will not allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Iran, on the other hand, insists its nuclear program is peaceful, but enrichment levels, missile development, and regional proxy support have raised deep concerns not just in Israel, but globally. Over the past few years, the conflict has intensified through indirect confrontation without triggering full war. But in 2025, something changed. Missile exchanges between the two sides became more direct. Instead of only targeting proxies, accusations began flying of direct responsibility. Cyber attacks escalated, infrastructure systems were reportedly targeted, shipping routes and key waterways saw increased tension. The Red Sea and Eastern Mediterranean became strategic pressure points. Now in 2026, military movements are becoming harder to ignore. Israel has increased readiness along its northern border. Iran has conducted large-scale military exercises. Missile defense systems are on high. One incident could change everything. If a full-scale war breaks out between Iran and Israel in 2026, the first 72 hours would be decisive. Modern wars are not slow. They are fast, precise, and devastating. Air superiority, missile accuracy, cyber dominance, and intelligence speed determine who gains the upper hand before the world can even react. So let's break this down clearly and strategically. Israel possesses one of the most advanced air forces in the world. Its fleet includes cutting-edge fighter jets, including stealth aircraft, capable of penetrating heavily defended airspace. These jets are supported by advanced radar systems, airborne early warning aircraft, and real-time intelligence integration. In simple terms, Israel can see farther and strike faster. Precision-guided munitions allow Israel to hit strategic targets with high accuracy. Nuclear facilities, missile launch sites, command centers, all could be targeted within hours of a conflict beginning. Iran, however, does not rely heavily on modern air superiority. Its air force includes older generation aircraft, though it has worked to upgrade certain systems. Iran understands that it likely cannot dominate the skies in a direct conventional battle. Instead, Iran focuses on something different. Iran has invested heavily in ballistic and cruise missile development over the past 2 decades. It possesses one of the largest missile stockpiles in the Middle East. These missiles vary in range and payload capability. Some are designed for regional targeting. Others can reach deep into Israeli territory. If war begins, analysts expect Iran to launch waves of missile attacks targeting military bases, airfields, infrastructure, and possibly energy facilities. The strategy would likely be saturation, overwhelming defenses with volume. Israel, however, is not defenseless. Israel operates a multi-layered missile defense system designed to intercept threats at different ranges. Short-range rockets can be intercepted by one system. Medium-range ballistic missiles are targeted by another. Long-range threats are addressed by higher-tier interceptors. This layered defense has proven effective in previous conflicts. However, no defense system is perfect. If enough missiles are launched at once, some may get through. That's the risk Iran would try to exploit. The question becomes, can Iran launch enough missiles simultaneously to overwhelm Israeli defenses? One of Iran's fastest-growing capabilities is drone warfare. Unmanned aerial systems have changed modern combat dramatically. Drones are cheaper than fighter jets and can be launched in large numbers. Iran has supplied drone technology to allies and has demonstrated long-range drone capabilities. These systems can be used for surveillance or as explosive strike platforms. Israel also uses drones extensively, especially for intelligence gathering and precision targeting. In fact, Israel is considered one of the pioneers in drone warfare. If conflict erupts, expect the sky to be filled not just with jets, but with unmanned systems operating day and night. This is where things become more unpredictable. Both Iran and Israel possess cyber capabilities. Cyber warfare targets power grids, banking systems, water infrastructure, transportation networks, and communications. Unlike missiles, cyber attacks can strike silently. Imagine this scenario. Missile alarms activate. Air defenses respond. At the same time, a cyber attack disrupts electricity in key areas. Communication systems slow down. Confusion spreads. Modern war is no longer just physical, it's digital. And in cyber warfare, attribution is often unclear. That creates space for denial, escalation, and retaliation. Unlike neighboring countries, Iran and Israel do not share a border. That changes the military dynamic. Any direct strikes require long-range capabilities, missiles, aircraft refueling operations, or regional staging areas. This means logistics become critical. Israel would likely focus on rapid precision strikes to disable Iran's missile and nuclear infrastructure before Iran can launch large-scale retaliation. Iran, meanwhile, might rely heavily on regional proxies to open additional fronts. Which brings us to the most dangerous factor of all. Iran has built influence through allied groups across the region. If war begins, Israel could face pressure not only from Iran directly, but from multiple directions. Northern border tensions could rise. Rocket fire from allied militias could increase. Regional instability could expand rapidly. This transforms a bilateral war into a multi-front regional conflict. Israel has prepared for multi-front scenarios, but simultaneous threats stretch any military's resources. Military analysts suggest this possible sequence: Hour 1 or 12. Precision airstrikes and missile launches from both sides. In conventional air power and technology, Israel likely holds the edge. In missile quantity and regional proxy leverage, Iran holds significant tools. In cyber warfare, it's harder to measure. The truth is this: both sides have the capability to cause serious damage. There would be no easy victory. Even a short war would have deep consequences. And that's why many experts believe both sides are trying to deter, not ignite, full conflict. But deterrence works only until it fails. In Session 3, we will analyze the global consequences. What would the United States do? Would Russia or China become involved? How would oil prices and global markets react? Hour 12:24. Missile defense systems intercept incoming threats, cyber attacks intensify, regional proxies become active. Hour 24:48. Escalation decisions are made. Either both sides slow down under international pressure or expand operations. Hour 48:72. If escalation continues, broader regional involvement becomes possible. The first 72 hours are about shock, speed, and dominance. After that, war becomes much harder to control.